Main screen, turn on. It's you. How are you, gentlemen? All your base all belong to us. You are on the way to destruction. What you say? You have no chance to survive. Make your time. Ha 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 ha. Captain! Take off every zig. You know what you're doing? Move, Zig. For great justice. Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out Zeroing. Yes, the infamous Zeroing. And depending on how old you are, you may not even remember if it's why it's infamous. That is running on Nintendo Switch Online Plus. Yeah, this is an old Genesis game. Well, I mean technically Mega Drive game because it never came out for the system known as the Genesis, only in territories where it was known as the Mega Drive. So yeah, let's check it out. It's an old Toplin game. Was an arcade game. Toplin did the job themselves on converting it to the Mega Drive. So it wasn't some half-assed port. It was actually done by the original developers, or at least the development team. Yeah, let's check it out. Knuckles. Yeah, there's also a PC Engine CD version, which I think we took a look at. I mean, I kind of waffle between which one is better. And technically, this is like the more faithful conversion. But there is something about the PC Engine version which is nice as well. Yeah, in and of itself, it's actually a really good game. It just happened to have a rather tragic translation. Yeah, we'll see how this emulator has been doing. I do run into problems every once in a while with the Mega Drive games. Like Musha had some issues with the sound. And my understanding is that they have made some improvements to the emulation. Whether or not we're going to see those improvements here, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, it is a slow scrolling horizontal shooter, or shmup, STG. But again, this was very typical of the era of gaming. You know, the fast-moving side scroller was not really a thing. If you think back to some of the early games we played on like Arcade Archives, things like Xevious and Terra Cresta, those were not like fast-moving games. But a game like this provides plenty of challenge, regardless of whether it's moving fast or not. Of course, my favorite game, Gyarus, is not here yet. I don't know what the deal with that game is. I don't know if there's a rights holdup or what, but I'd love to see that game on this service. This one's kind of nice because it is a rarer game. It's a bit hard to find. And if you're looking for the English version, you have to settle for a European version. Since again, it was not released in North America. in a way, this is very reminiscent of Toplin's previous games, like Sky Shark and Truxton. Has that same kind of feel, even with it being a horizontal shmup. I think that's a speed up, right? I don't know if I need any more speed. Now this isn't like a super tough game like Hellfire, which is one of the other releases that they made on the Mega Drive. Again, in-house conversion on that one. I think this is a little bit more manageable, at least in the first couple stages. Later on, it does get pretty challenging. But for now, it feels like a shmup of its era, with some balanced difficulty and super cool bosses. Oh, that's my bomb. Le grouse. Oh, the music is super catchy. It's again, not too many Mega Drive games sounded good, but certainly the games that Toplin did, their in-house development on. I mean, those are all excellent. Yeah, this thing's not powerful enough to kill those guys, unfortunately. I think it's okay, it makes up for it in its homing ability. It's powerful enough for most things. Later on it won't be sufficient, you'll have to use a different weapon for the later stages. But for now it's okay. Yeah, this is one of those games I was never able to secure a physical copy. I like to own all of the shmups physically at some point in time. Well, Mega Drive ones, and Super Nintendo ones, and PC Engine ones. Basically anything from the 16-bit era. I'm not so concerned, about the about like the 32-bit shooters. So like like Ray Storm or something like that, which would be kind of hard to find. These would also be hard to find as well, but it feels a lot more rewarding getting a game from the 16-bit era. Here's a perfect example of where the green homing laser is not quite so great. You really need something stronger. Maybe I shouldn't have grabbed that. That is a little fast now. You only need like one, at the most two of those speed ups to make your ship manageable. Oh. Unreliable nose. Yeah, it is a little fast. Be real careful how I move around. not an easy game. Oh, I forgot about my little capture gun. It's one of the defining things about the game. Be able to capture an enemy and toss it at other enemies, small ones, you know, not large enemies, obviously. Even on easy, this is not like an easy game. It'll still get you like that. Ah, damn it. Ah, bitch. Damn it. It's harder than it looks. I miss the era of this kind of game design where it's difficult, but it's not difficult because it's overwhelming, or because you know, the enemy has some sort of weird, you know, unfair advantage. You have all the advantages you need. You just got to be good. You just got to be good. You got to get better. Versus, you know, what we consider difficult games now, where it's you have to be better, but it's only because it's, you know, incredibly unfair. Like the tide is against you too, you know, or the tide is, you know, tuned too high against you. Ah, Jesus. Ugh. I think that every time I play like one of those you know, super challenging platformers or a From Software game, it's like, you know, this is hard, but it's not hard because I'm being challenged. It's hard because, you know, the enemy has like an incredible advantage over me. Ugh, you bastards. Wow. Well, can I even get past that? Pleiades. Yeah, I think the green homing laser is or homing shot doesn't become useful after level 3. The enemies are a little bit too strong for it. Unless it's fully powered up. And even then, you know, you're kind of better off with the red Vulcan or the blue laser. God, it feels too fast, but that's only one... It's only one speed power... Oh my god. Only one speed power up. Oh my... Forgot about that. Damn it! Oh, same place. Panicked. Well, maybe I won't grab it this time. Yeah, yeah, I think the music's good. I mean, again, you know, the Mega Drive, uh, it didn't have like a ton of great soundtracks, so this one really just stands out. I said the original composer of the arcade soundtrack also worked on the Mega Drive version, so you know it's as close as the original composer intended. I don't know what's going on here. I think you lose your stuff, some of your stuff, if you go through here normally. Since I don't have anything, you know, not much to lose. That was just a hair off. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty accurate. Like I said, sometimes there's some weird problems with the emulation on the Switch, but this sounds spot on. No, bad decision. Yeah, it was surprising to see new Mega Drive games up, and there actually being some good ones. I mean, that trash Comic Zone is still on there, but I can't win them all. But yeah, we got Target Earth, which is, again, it's a very, very hard game to find now. Incredibly challenging, too. But good, you know. I don't think it was very much appreciated at the time of its release. I think people think better of it now. Of course, Hibernate is still the better game from that era, but it's still pretty good. Acquiesce. I just don't think the green one's powerful enough for this stuff. It's nice having the homing, but it takes too long to kill something. I think the use of color is really good too. Again, not something that the Mega Drive was like super strong on. So it's just nice to see something that's like really well balanced, and it doesn't feel like, you know, they were making do with the color palette. Which a lot of especially the latter Mega Drive games, it just felt like the art just, you know, wanted to use different colors but couldn't. So things ended up looking a little murky. But the early days of the Mega Drive were really, really good. Oh yeah, Wily Wars. Yeah, I do want to play that next, Wily Wars. Although it's not necessarily a good version of Mega Man. It is interesting to see somebody else's take on a 16-bit version. There've been a lot of you know, indie projects to create 16-bit versions. Weird, Capcom never ever decided to remaster those. I mean, they are in collections, but not with the remastered graphics. You know, just a certain amount of upscaling. But yeah, we'll play that next. I can't guarantee that I'll get through all of the games, though. I mean, I'm not... I love Mega Man, but I'm not the best player of Mega Man. Mega Man 1 is still, like... I think the only Mega Man I can really beat consistently. And even then, you know, it's going to take me a couple tries to get through Mega Man 1. Mega Man 2 is, like, the better game, but I'm... For whatever reason, I have a harder time with that game than Mega Man 1. Mega Man 3 is good. I think really it wasn't until like Mega Man 4 that it started feeling a bit stale. But the first 3 games are really... they still felt fresh at the time. And that's how gameplay feels fresh now, because it's not the kind of game that's made a lot of nowadays. But yeah. I mean, by the time Mega Man 5 came out, I mean, people were just so tired of Mega Man. It's funny to think of now, because, you know, that game is refreshing now, but it wasn't refreshing then. I hate this thing. Ugh. Gotta have a hard time with it. Oh, it didn't give me the satellites. Well, why not? Yeah, like I said, the only thing that's really disappointing is Comic Zone, but, you know, not really a huge fan of Comic Zone. I kind of feel that's one of those games that feels like the art needs more color. Like, all the colors don't look right in that game. You know, it was a latter Genesis game. And the sound is especially kind of harsh and scratchy. But, you know, the game does have its fans, though, so it's... I'm just not one of them. It's even funnier to think of Comic Zone's main character, you know, kind of this, like, aging comic book artist. You know, very much the definition of not cool. Trying to make that character cool in a game in the 90s. Yeah, it's kind of hard a character to get behind, really. I mean, you know, blonde mullet. In like some biker shorts. Like, yeah, I don't know. You know, U.S. development of Mega Drive games was certainly very interesting. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played Wily Wars. I remember getting pretty frustrated with it though, because like, you know, the slowdown happens right away. I'm hoping that maybe they made some adjustments to that version to fix it. We'll see though. I want to get a little farther in this before we switch over to Wily Wars. Yeah, like I've beaten the PC Engine version of this, but not this version. And those versions are different enough where you know, you really couldn't use one or the other as a reference. Barricade zone. Yeah, Target Earth will be interesting to play too. Just, I mean, the game is so hard. You know, they tempered the difficulty later on as they made more games in the series. But boy, that Mega Drive one is an incredibly difficult game. It's hard to even get past the first stage without a fair amount of memorization. Boy, it's weird to play this. It's weird to play it and it feeling easier than I remember it being. I remember this being like a pretty difficult game for me. But I was significantly younger when this came out, so I mean, maybe it has a lot more to do with it. Son of a bitch. That's so close. Oh my god. Damn piranha plant. I know, they gotta do their thing. I can't accidentally kill one of them. And I wouldn't be able to get past some of these stages. Yeah, I wonder what drives these releases. Like, is it just what the emulator can run, or what they can clear through legal? I imagine it might be the second one, whatever they can clear through legal. Whatever publisher's willing to have their games put on here as part of the service. Because it is kind of an oddball mix of games. I mean, I would have expected by now we'd get, like, the Golden Axe games. You know, the Shinobi games. You know, kind of the Sega big hitters. I mean, obviously there's Sonic in various forms as well. can't shoot it unless it's... Yeah, that's right. Oh, what are you doing? I'm about to say, come back here. I can't shoot behind me. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that Sega's blocking this. I mean, I can imagine Sega blocking their own games. But like third parties, you know, I would think that's more up in the air from... Oh, God. Wow, I really screwed that one up. Yeah, and with like so many companies that have been bought and sold over the many years, you know, companies that went belly up, and you know, different right holders here and there. Imagine some of the, you know, like some of my favorite games, I imagine would be kind of difficult to get a hold of. Like I probably will never see Troubleshooter in one of these, you know, retro collections. Victor Kai, I mean, who owns Victor Kai? I think it's Square Enix. I think Illustrated Dragoon was in one collection at one point in time. You know, that was because that was a Game Arts game. I'm trying to think of what else I really liked on the Mega Drive. I didn't play it as much as a kid. Well, okay, now the game's getting pretty difficult. All right, one more time, then we'll hit Wily Wars. What stage is this? This is stage 7? I would guess it has at least 8 stages. It would have been very traditional for Topland. Yeah, but now they're really pouring it on. I mean, you can tell the difficulty's quite a bit higher now. If I remember right, hard on this game is quite a sight because the bullets are significantly faster. And you basically have to memorize patterns in order to get very far. Ooh, jeez. More so than the other difficulties. Yeah, that's a real gem. Like I said, it's famous for its badly translated cinema, you know, opening cinema, but the gameplay itself is really solid. I mean, it's certainly up there in the realm of shoot 'em up sort of system. So yeah, definitely check it out. I don't know if it's worth, you know, paying for the extra, you know, Nintendo online service subscription, you know, the expansion, you know, the expansion pack. But it is kind of nice to get these games. I just wish it was more regular. What they pick are unusual, but you know, I think exciting to a lot of people. They're not necessarily the same old games, although obviously we love the same old games. But yeah, check it out if you can. You know, a game that's very hard to get a hold of if you want a physical copy. You know, very few copies pressed, and certainly the European release, even with its bad translation, is difficult to get a hold of. But yeah, I'm glad to play it again. So check it out for sure. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.